Well, good morning, everyone. It's Keith Jowers of Dads for Life and Dad Daily Connection. Again, we're going to be talking about better ways to communicate with your children. We've talked about the first day, 7 ways, and we talked about the second day, 7 more ways. So we're going to wrap up with 7 more today, making it 21 ways we can communicate with our children. So we're going to start out with number 15 would be that you want to read between the lines. Kids have a way of telling you something without directly telling you, don't they? Yes, parents, they do. And as they get older and they learn from their friends a little bit how to do this or that, you might be picking up on some new ways that they're trying to communicate. They might be learning. But you want to make sure you get the whole story from them when they're trying to explain something, don't you? Number 16, don't interrupt children. I feel like when they're trying to tell you something, let them finish and then you interject your thoughts on that matter. Because when you do, it lets them talk and it lets you talk. And then if they try to interrupt you, you say, wait a minute, I didn't interrupt you now, did I? So I want you to hear me out just as I heard you out. It's a better way of communication and it's teaching them a life skill for their future as well. But number 17 is I want you to ask them their opinion sometimes. We talked about that a little bit this yesterday, or maybe it was the first day anyway. We talked about a little bit about how when you're going on vacation that you maybe get their opinion of where they'd like to go as a family. And so maybe one year you go where you want to go as parents, and maybe the next year where your kids want to go. So you can kind of swap that off a little bit. And then when you do that, it kind of gives them input into making that decision, and it makes things a whole lot better. So asking them their opinion of something, or where you might go on vacation or to do something as a family, is very important to them. And it kind of lets them feel like they are engaged with what's going on with the family. Number 18 is tell them about your day and encourage discussion. Maybe you didn't have such a great day at work. Maybe you got in a fender bender on the way home or going to work, and it just didn't make you feel good. And maybe by sharing your feelings with them helps them deal with something down the road. Just a thought. I mean, it could help them deal with something a little bit better down the road because you did share that with them. So talking about your day and saying how it made you feel is not always bad. And if you make a mistake, then you apologizing for it is not always bad, because it's teaching them some life skills of how to deal with other people. So I'd say number 19 is give them a hug often. You know, I heard it read somewhere one time where somebody suggested give them a hug several hundred times a day. Well, we know that may not be possible, but can you imagine our children if we did show them that much affection every day? You know, showing your kids affection is not a bad thing. Talking to them about, you know, how much you love them, or hugging them, kissing them on the cheek. I mean, I've seen fathers that do that with their own sons in public. So, and neither one of them have a problem with it because he grew up with that. But showing affection, and then other kids may get kind of jealous because they see that kind of affection because they don't get it at their own home. So you showing love to your children is a good thing. It really is. Number 20 is I'd like you to think about, step back into their world a bit and think about when you were their age. Maybe they're 16 years old, and when you were 16, think about when you were 16 and think about, okay, how did you handle some things? Well, that may help you deal with helping them a little bit in making the decision that you have to make with them. Because if you think back, I mean, I know times are different and so much more craziness out there in the world, and they learn so much more from their friends at school than I used to go to school, I'd play sports, I'd come home, I'd do my homework, I'd go out and play till it got dark, went in, got ready for bed, and do it all over the next day. It wasn't the internet. There wasn't a lot of things that distracted me outside. And I had a great, healthy childhood. After my dad died, though, when I was 11 years old, I mean, I had those teen years that was a little difficult. So, you know, your children have to have something to do, but I didn't have all the electronics for me to deal with then. So And the last one, number 21, is respect their privacy. I know that some parents are saying, wait a minute, Keith, what do you mean respect their privacy? This is my house. I pay the bills. And I understand that. But, as our daughter got older, obviously, and, she'd close the door. I'd knock on the door before I go in. Our doors didn't lock in the house. I mean, we didn't allow locked doors or anything to where, unless we left the house, but I'm talking about in bedrooms. So we knock on her and we show respect for each other. And it went a long way in teaching respect to our daughter. So you can show them respect, their privacy, and knocking when appropriate. Now, as a small child, that's a little different, and doors didn't even stay shut when she was little. So you want to make sure that if you teach them those things, they're going to be taught positively where they go out and share them with other people. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you for staying with us each morning at 7 o'clock. This one was a little bit longer than 5 minutes, but I just wanted to make sure that we had 21 ways that we can communicate better with our children. Till next time, this is Keith Jowers with Dads for Life saying, go out and encourage, enhance, and enrich the life of someone today or tomorrow. Make sure you start with your children because they truly do benefit from it the most. May God bless you. Until next time.